Alright. Finally do the review of this bike. Gonna do it how I do it. MT-07. This is the 2022 model, UK, and it's a banging bike. All I gotta say. If that's all you want to hear, you can close the video and go buy this bike, whatever. But let's get more technical if you need it to. I'm in a park, in a car park, and you can see cars in the background and stuff like that. So it is what it is. Just deal with it. It's got the CP2 engine. It's a twin parallel where the crank's got an offset. Can't remember the degree exactly, but that's what gives this bike its torquey characteristics. Specs wise, you know, it makes around about 75 horsepower. You know, can't really convert it in my head right now, but I know it's like in the 60 kilowatt range. Restricted, it's at 47 horsepower, which is at the 35 kilowatt range. So, you know what I'm trying to say? It's a pretty powerful bike. It's not up there in power and torque, but for its weight, for what this bike has, is essentially closest you're gonna get to a bike without any driver aids. The only driver aid is because ABS. That's safety. You know what I'm trying to say? That's a safety feature. But yeah, it hasn't got no driver aids, no traction control, no wheelie control, no wheel spin control. It's bare bones bike. And for someone jumping on is new to bike life, I feel like with this power displacement and the features or lack of features, this is the best bike to learn how to ride a bike. This is the best bike to get comfy on the bike. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't really know how to do a review, you know. I can sit on the bike and just tell you, yeah, it's comfy for me. But I can't really describe it, you know what I mean? I know the seat height is around what? 805 millimeters. So if you're what, 5'11", you're gonna be comfy on this bike. Maybe even 5'10". If you're a short brother, short king, you got this, man. This bike is not gonna feel too big for you. There are other comparisons for this bike. We got the new Honda Hornet 750, which is technically speaking a better bike. I'm gonna get it. I don't give a fuck about Honda. You know, if I'm really honest with you, I love this bike for what it is. Now me, I've neglected it. I've had this for a year. Done like less than 3,000 miles, only riding whenever I can. You know, I've got my busy guy. But yeah, coming from a 125 for riding of 6 years, getting all the skills I've had on the 125 for 6 years, transferred to this bike, I was more comfy. Even if you had zero experience on the bike, you will feel comfortable on this bike. 100%. 100%. Now, the only problem I have with this bike, visually, or just in general, is these indicators are shit. They are shit. They're good because they can't break them, but they're shit. And you see some rusting. See rust over there. Got rust behind the horn. And I got some rust there. That's all the rust that I have noticed on this bike. Yeah, I don't take care of the bike like that. That is my fault. I don't cover it when I can. And shit, so it's been out into the elements. But for a bike that's just been out, hardly covered, been ridden, you know, on the motorway a lot. It's on the motorway a lot. It's on the country roads a lot. You know what? It's decent. It's decent. Maybe with a better owner, this bike will be outstanding. But for me, this bike is perfect. Mechanically, it is sound. Just aesthetically, it looks like a piece of shit right now. But that's not the point. Because really and truly, if this bike was clean, you know, that limp indicator was alright. This bike is a mean machine. I've had so many people come up to me and go, this bike looks like Batman's bike, and I cannot even deny. They nailed it with the design. It's a hit and miss for some people, but they nailed it with the design. It's timeless, essentially. I don't like the new MT-10 design. This looks like more of the old school MT-10 design, you know. They should have kept this similar to that, but the MT-09, that's the bike I want to upgrade to, if anything. If not, an S1000 in it. S1000 RR. Oh my god. We're gonna get into sports bikes soon, guys. I'm gonna see me on a sports bike one day. It's a shit short review, but that's because I don't know what I'm talking about right now. I've got nothing to compare this bike to. Can't really compare it to a 125, really and truly. So in the future, this bike is gonna be that reference point. Whatever bike I get, ride, review in the future, this bike is gonna be the reference point. And you're always going to see me come back to this bike, because most likely this bike is going to be there, and it's my first bike. My first proper bike. So I've got an attachment to it. I've got grown to it. I'll probably be biased on this review, saying it's the best bike in the world, or the best beginner bike, and there might be better bikes out there, but I don't know. For who I am, for the type of rider I am, I feel like this is the best bike there. Now let's just see the ride, how it feels, you know, how it looks, all that stuff. I'm 5'11", you know what, I'm 6 foot, and I sit comfy on this bike. It's not in the aggressive position like a super sport. You can make yourself a bit more aggressive, but you know, you're a weirdo if you do. I'm a liar. But I am comfy on this bike. I can flat foot it. And if you're worried that you might not be able to flat foot the bike because it looks a bit too big, I promise you it's not a big bike. It really is not a big bike. Now yeah, let's jump on the road, I'll get my phone set up and then head back. On the bike, look, I'm flat footing it. Both sides, can you see? My feet is flat, so fuck off. So if you're worried about this bike being too tall for anyone, you ain't got a problem, mate. You ain't got a problem. Now let's start this off. It is a quiet bike. It is a quiet bike, but let's make moves and I'll talk more about the bike. Oh, I can't see shit. What the fuck? Just making sure I got everything. Yeah, I got everything. That's a nice little bird. Now this bike, on the country roads, that's where we're going to test it right now, yeah? Nimble, it is nimble as fuck. You know what I'm trying to say? This bike, it's good with the corners, it's good with the straights, you know, the country corners, the country straights. So, yeah, I can say the suspension is a bit hit or miss sometimes. It's like a bit, you know, a bit bouncy sometimes, but not really a problem, to be honest. Of a city rider, as a torque machine, you know, relax wheeling a lot. The country roads, it'll work in a sense. A lot of torque would be perfect for the country roads because, you know, you're always turning, you're always, you know, going into these bends. Look at me, I'm a noob. I left my indicator on for so long. Fortune teller. I was playing fucking Darth Vader by Chip earlier, but now it's fortune teller J Huss. For like everyday riding, the average rider, this bike is perfect, man. Now that is the restricted. This is the restricted bike. I could have probably gone faster. I probably would have wheelied if I just ranged it there. You know what I'm trying to say? Now it is restricted. It's not going to wheelie on fourth, and it definitely won't wheelie on third. But if we slow down a bit, oh, look at that view though. Just slow down a bit, wait for these cars to go. We can wheelie this bitch though, because look at this, man. That was a baby wheelie. I'm still shit at wheelies, but yeah, man, this bitch loves it. And it gets quick, mate. What are you doing? Fucking hell. You see that? This we gotta be careful, man. I've done this whole strip on 5th gear, but there's no point. Like, let's go to this car park real quick. I'll show you the wheelie capabilities of this bike. What the fuck? You see that? I think that's just wheel spin. Or I'm just fat as fuck. I just need to get better wheeling, really and truly. That's what it is. Because look. Look at that shit. You see how this shit wheelies, bro? It's so good. Oh my god. It's just I'm scared a little bit as well, I'll be honest with you. I can't lift up my third gear for some reason because it's restricted, that's what it is. Oh, yo, horse shit, oh, damn. Oh, yo, what happened to that guy? Let me go check up on that guy. I was in the Navy. You alright?
Go in, it just needed a good book start.
Oh, okay. What is that?
WR125.
Yeah, that's nice, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, take care of yourself, innit? I actually got who's that, bro? Let's go, man. Let's go.
That's a fast bike though, to be fair.
Yeah, MT-07.
Flick plate as well.
Yeah. Alright, take care of yourself, man. Make sure brother's alright, man. Come on. When I was feeling young, crafty. As you can see, bro, biker community. You see someone struggling, just go check up on them, man. Make sure they're alright. But yeah, in town, this bike is good in town. The slow speeds, because it's not such a high displacement. You know what I'm trying to say? With these high displacements, they're working harder at these slower speeds, and they're gonna be overheating. People don't be using these bikes for what they're meant to be used. Yeah, it's not like back in the day where you got a choke or you got a fucking carburetor. You know what I'm trying to say? It's all fuel injected electronically. But at the same time, bro, you don't want to overheat your big expensive bikes in these slow speeds. You know what I'm trying to say? Because you probably won't get third gear in these slow speeds in them big boy bikes. You just won't. You probably won't even get to fourth gear in those big boy bikes. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's really your choice, man. Like, yeah, you can use those big bikes in this city, in the towns, you know, in this slow speeding areas. No one's gonna stop you from using it. But it really defeats the purpose of those bikes. You know what I'm trying to say? Unless you're going fast and shit. really does defeat the purpose of those bikes. What the fuck was I doing? Is amazing. Oh my god, look at this traffic. See now, perfect example of city riding. I don't think that's a lot of traffic though. What is this? Wait, this is a nice bike. Bike is a nice car. But yeah, for the city, this bike, or towns, whatever, this bike is perfect because you're always in that upright position, you're comfy, you know, you're not really leaning forward too much. You're that the standard bike position essentially, you know what I mean? Your knees ain't too high up. All that shit, man. But yeah, man, I fucking love this bike. I'm getting close to my yard right now. That's my review, innit? I've been quiet half the time, but yeah, that's my review, man. This bike is amazing. If you want to get it as a first bike, if you want to get this as a first bike, get it, man. Get it. But catch you in the next one.